New phones keep launching, and honestly, it's getting hard to know which one is actually worth buying. Now, the Motorola Edge 70 Fusion just hit the market, and people are already calling it a mid-range killer. Right now, the Motorola Edge 70 Fusion is getting a lot of attention, but the real question is how it actually feels when you use it every day. So in this video, we're going to spend some real time with it and see what the experience is really like. We'll talk about how smooth it feels, how it handles normal daily use, and if it keeps up when you push it a little more. We'll also see how the battery holds up through a typical day. And by the end, you'll know if this is a phone worth buying or one you should skip.
One thing that surprised me right away with the Motorola Edge 70 Fusion is how slim it actually feels. At just 7.2 to 8mm thick, it doesn't feel bulky at all in the hand. Even with the large battery inside, it stays light and balanced. Depending on the version, it weighs between 177 to 193 grams, which makes it comfortable for long scrolling sessions or binge watching. Honestly, I was expecting it to feel heavier, so that was a nice first impression. The front is protected by Gorilla Glass 7i, and the phone has IP68 and IP69 water and dust resistance. That means it can handle rain, splashes, or even a quick dunk without panicking. You rarely see this level of protection at this price, so it gives a little extra confidence. Motorola also included mil standard durability testing, so it can survive some rough handling better than normal mid-range phones.
Now, let's talk about the display, because that's what makes using the phone feel premium. The 6.78-inch AMOLED screen is simply vibrant. Colors pop, blacks are deep, and watching content feels more immersive than most phones in this price bracket. Scrolling through apps or social media is buttery smooth thanks to the 144Hz refresh rate. And honestly, once you experience it, going back to a standard 60Hz phone feels slow. Outdoor visibility is excellent too. Motorola claims up to 5200 nits peak brightness, and I can confirm it holds up well under bright sunlight. If you care about crispness, the 1272 by 2772 resolution makes text and videos very sharp. Compared to some older mid-range phones I've tested, this screen is easily one of the better ones for Netflix, YouTube, or just casual browsing. Now, let's move on to performance, which is something most people worry about in this range. The phone runs on the Snapdragon 7S Gen 3, which handles everyday tasks really well. Apps open quickly, switching between them is smooth, and even multitasking with several apps at once doesn't slow it down. The phone comes with 8GB or 12GB RAM, so you can keep Instagram, YouTube, WhatsApp, and Chrome open simultaneously without problems. Storage options of 128GB or 256GB are decent, though there's no memory card slot. Personally, I think 256GB is more than enough for most users. Gaming performance is surprisingly solid too. For casual games, it's smooth and responsive. Heavier titles like PUBG or Call of Duty Mobile run fine on balanced settings, and the Adreno 810 GPU handles graphics with major hiccups. It warms up a little during long sessions, which is normal, but it never becomes uncomfortable. So if you play casually or moderately, this phone should be fine. But if hardcore gaming is your main priority, you might want to look at a flagship. Now let's get to one of my favorite parts, battery life. The global model has 5200 milliamps, but in India, it comes with a massive 7000 milliamps. For daily use, scrolling, videos, messaging, casual gaming, the phone easily lasts a full day. Some light users might even stretch it into the next day. And when it's low, the 68-watt fast charging tops it up quickly, so you don't need to wait forever. Honestly, this battery makes the phone feel very stress-free. Next up, the camera system, which is often the make or break point for many buyers. The main camera is 50 megapixels with optical image stabilization, which helps keep photos sharp. In daylight, pictures look clean, detailed, and natural without being overprocessed. There's also a 13 megapixel ultra-wide lens for group shots or landscapes. It's not perfect, but it does the job well. Selfie lovers get a 32 megapixel front camera, which works well for social media posts or video calls. Video recording goes up to 4K at 30 FPS, and stabilization helps reduce shaky clips. Compared to other phones in this segment, the cameras perform solidly, not flagship level, but more than enough for everyday use.
Audio is another pleasant surprise.
The phone has stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos, so videos and games feel immersive. The sound is loud and clear, and voices are easy to hear. The only thing missing is a 3.5mm headphone jack, so wired headphone users will need a USB-C adapter. The software experience is clean and simple. It runs Android 16, and Motorola promises up to 3 major updates, so the phone should stay current for a few years. Motorola keeps the interface close to stock, so it's easy to get used to, and there are helpful gestures like quick camera launch or flashlight activation. It's one of those phones where you can just pick it up and use it without hunting for settings. Finally, let's talk about who this phone is actually for.
If you want a smooth display, reliable performance, long battery life, and clean software, this phone hits the mark. It's perfect for students, everyday users, and anyone who watches a lot of content or scrolls social media. Casual gamers will enjoy it too. If your priority is extreme gaming power or the absolute best camera, then a flagship might suit you better. But for most people, the Motorola Edge 70 Fusion is balanced, reliable, and won't stress you out during daily use. Honestly, I'm curious, would you pick this phone for yourself, or do you think another mid-range phone is a better choice? Let me know in the comments.